this side a little. This side is with me. I said, how's everybody doing this morning? We all right? We turned up. Come on, man. Good morning. It's a happy Friday. We got the weekend coming around. We got everybody in here. We got some good stuff to talk about today. My name is Marcus. A lot of people call me Polo. I'm going to be talking through the conversation today. We got some great hosts up here. Got some great hosts up here that are going to be giving a lot of insight into their lives, their professional careers, kind of what they were going through and how they overcame certain things even when they were your age and even going into their adulthood.
So my name is Lachelle. My business name is Lachelle A Photography. I am a full-time professional photographer. And I'm here to show the school. When I was back in school, I hated school.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so my name is Jason Boyce. I'm a community youth advocate, motivational speaker. I got my own podcast called Grind Hard, Dream Big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream, where we empower youth through positive words and positive actions. And I'm just blessed to be here. So I'm looking forward to the conversation for real.
Hello. Oh, I got it. How you doing? My name is Jalen Faith Malante Hill, famously known as Faith Malante. I'm an actor, host, entertainer. I do a whole lot. I also have a business called King of Hearts Performing Arts Center, where we teach children ages 8 and up to adults, acting, filmmaking, and the whole nine about entertainment, music, and so much more. So I'm happy to be here today, hopefully to inspire you all and create an impact.
Okay, and one thing I did want to do today, we're going to ask, do we have one volunteer that would like to come up and be a part of today's conversation?
Hey, no.
My man right here seemed really hype, really interested. And my man seemed really hype, man. I appreciate it. Come on up. What's your name? Bro? So we got my man Bartholomew up here. Bartholomew, how old are you, brother?
36.
What grade are you in?
13th.
Okay. So 36 and in the 13th grade. Very interesting. Appreciate you being here. So check it out. We got Bartholomew up here on the panel, but we got some good people up here. Everybody, I want to welcome you all back to the Motivating the Youth Summit, right? Motivating the Youth Summit is something by the Stay Solid Foundation. Just as an intro, it's a Stay Solid Foundation that was started off by our good brother Cornelius McDonald. Cornelius McDonald, he was somebody who was very passionate in the community, very active in the community, cared a lot about high school students, cared a lot about students in the community. I've grown up with Neil since we were in middle school. I've seen this man overcome challenges. Unfortunately, he did lose his life due to gun violence just this past November in 2024. So Cornelius, we're here for him. We're supporting him. The mission lives on through him. So as one of his brothers, I'm a part of this, and all these people are up here because we do care about you all. We want to have some good conversations. We also want to have some fun. All right. So a couple of things I want to go through today is we're talking about high school, and during your time in high school and your time growing up, we want to know what are some of the things. And talking to some of my panelists, what are some of the things that motivated you when you came to school? What are some of the things that you enjoyed, or you enjoyed or motivated you in high school, if there were any of those things at that time?
So me personally, I did enjoy school. I was one of those people who did want to go to school to learn and this and the third, so I enjoyed that, but what I was looking forward to was my friends, and looking forward to football as well, because I was a football player, and that was the goal at the time, so I was a student athlete. So those were the two things that I would look forward to most going to school, tap into what was going on, and just pretty much trying to have a good time. I was one of those people, again, I ended up becoming an entertainer. So I was one of those people who loved to go to school to entertain, to be around my friends and make them laugh and joke and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. So those are the things that I look forward to, but at the same time, because I knew myself and I knew I was a school person, although I was joking around and playing and stuff like that, I took school seriously, and so, but people wouldn't know that because I was more so like again, the funny guy, the class clown. So at the school that I went to Bishop McNamara High School, and again, I went there for football, but when you hit the honor roll, they had like these little, like the students' names who would hit each particular honor roll. So anyways, I remember this one time, one of the students was like there, we was up there together. She couldn't even believe that I made the honor roll because I was one of those class clown type of people. So I say all that to say, like, take school seriously, and at the same time, if you're going for football or something like that, enjoy yourself as well.
So one thing I want to ask you is, so you mentioned you were, kind of a class clown in a sense, somewhat of like my man Bartholomew. I can tell you got a lot of personality and like that. You know a lot of people, but being a successful actor, being on the big screen, working with, working in major roles, different movies, different TV shows. Do you think that any of that, like any of the ways that you were in your younger days, kind of helped you into like your entertainment career now?
100%. Again, like, so we labeled it as class clown or being funny or whatever the case may be. However you may have it, I did go to a school where we had to do fine arts as well, and me making a joke, it led to the trajectory of my career. Me making a joke in high school, I had learned a valuable lesson because I made fun of someone who was a lead actor in this play at the time. And that wasn't something that the high school, it was cool. It was like what the corny people did at the time. So in a nutshell, I made a joke about it. He said, my teacher was like, because you think it's a joke, you got to understand, you got to do it. I learned a valuable lesson in working hard and having to, do the same things that he did. And long story short, I ended up becoming a performer myself. So some of the valuable lessons that I learned, along the way, working hard, not taking it as a joke, but utilizing those skill sets to something positive, it transferred into the screen where I'm able to do comedic roles and stuff like that and bring out the true comedy in it, because it's something that, at one point I was using it in this way, but now I'm able to use it in a more positive way, So it definitely helped out for sure.
Okay. Jake, did you all have anything as far as that?
So I look forward to like the creative arts. I love to write, I love to read. I hated math, so like that was not my thing at all. So like I said, with geometry, that was probably like the worst class I ever took, because I was stuck on my angle of life for real, and all them little formulas and stuff like that, but got through it and all that stuff. But I say that, whatever you say yes to or whatever you say no to is expensive. So, choosing your friends wisely, making sure that you go on time for classes and things like that, and just making sure that you focus for real. But I look forward to the creative arts, writing, journalism, things like that. So I took that, and now, having a podcast and everything like that, it came full circle for me. So that's what I'd say for real.
So for me, coming to school and hanging out with my friends was something that I looked forward to. My teachers were very boring, so I couldn't stay focused, and so I would always just walk out of class. I don't want y'all doing that, stay in class. But I would say school taught me professionalism. It taught me how to be on time. It taught me how to wake up and get to school on time, because when you graduate from school, you got to do that for your job. So if you can't get up and go to school, you can't get up and go for a job, and that's why a lot of the time the job is not going to hire you because they don't think you're qualified. So your ninth grade year, if you are in ninth grade in here, it's very important to get good grades, because when you graduate, they look at your ninth grade year as well. So whatever grade you're in, honestly, don't wait until your 11th grade year like I did. I would say definitely pay attention. If your class is boring, just try your best. Don't be on your phone. Just try your best to listen to your teachers because it's all going to pay out in the end.
Okay. It's definitely going to pay out in the end. I think that's something that's super important. It's a lot of things and skills in school. Just showing up, being there on time, and handling your business overall is definitely one of those things that's going to help you later down the road in life. Because once you get out of school, you got to ask yourself, all right, how am I going to make some money? Like, you know what I'm saying? How I'm going to feed myself, how I'm going, like, you get to having a family, how I'm going to feed my family, and that's something that's super important. So yeah, what's one thing that you would say for you is like, in terms of school, like it's motivating for you, or like that you do like, or some things that you don't? What I'm hearing is one of the things that's important to you is you mentioned a lot of people in here, you mentioned a lot of friends and certain people like that, so community is important. Like, that's one of the things that's important. Like, you come and you show up in certain days, and one thing that make you excited may not necessarily be the lesson, may not necessarily be the teacher, but you point out different people in here, and that's community. Community is really important growing through life, and those relationships are really important to going through life, because after school, you're going to need some relationships. You're going to need certain community. I can tell you right here, my brother Neil on the screen, that was a member of my community. You know what I'm saying? That was somebody who literally I could call at any time, and I could say, hey, bro, I need some help with this, or I'm not sure how to go about this. Neil hit me back, man, no problem. So you talking about some of your friends and some of the people in here, you know, it's important to laugh and joke and have a good time, because, you know, that's important. But stay solid with those friendships and check in with your people, because, you know, life be life sometimes. So it's definitely important to have those folks around you.
Good morning. Let me step in, because I think it's a little engagement missing. Please be quiet while I'm speaking. I appreciate it. I'm serious. So I'm Victor Valente. Neil was my best friend, brother, business partner for Stay Solid. I'm taking this role as a new CEO of the nonprofit. We were here just last year in October doing this exact same summit in the Black Box. We came back because, where's she at? Ms. White? Ms. White asked me to come back and bring it to y'all in a bigger format. So, let's get interactive. By raise of hands right now, who knows their career? Raise them up. High. Put them down. Who wants to be in athletics, NFL, NBA? Raise them high. Put them down. Whose goal is to be an entrepreneur? Raise them high. Put them down. Any female young lady wants to be a hairdresser or anything like that? Guess what? That is a $1 billion industry. You know that, right? My cousin has her own salon. Let me tell you what she does. Her name is J.K. Slay, Jasmine Kelly. She sells her own hair, right? She charges you $500 for a deposit, $800 for a style. You have to buy her hair. She does 9 heads a day. Do the math. And it's only cash. Figure it out. Follow your dream, baby. Anyone who's trying to play sports, all basketball players, if you do not know the stats as of today, there are 554,000 high school basketball players. Out of that 554,000, only 1,500 go to the NCAA Division I, which means you have to be exceptional to be accepted. Mediocrity, unfortunately, won't get you very, very far. Me, like these folks up here, Potomac High School, I hated school. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Favorite period, lunch. I'm serious, I'm dead ass, lunch. We sat down together and we laughed and we talked every time at lunch. However, About 11th grade, my mother and my father in my ear like, yo, what you gonna do with your life? But you can't stay here with us. You gotta figure something out. You will see when you turn 17. You laughing now, but your mama be on your ass. Motivational speaker, photographer, everything. This man does everything. I say that all to say, I promise you, it's all possible. It's very much so possible. All you gotta supply yourself. So one more time, by raise of hands. Who's going to college? Where's the college go? Put your hands down. All right, shout out real loud, what's your dream school? Let me hear it. All right, then. Does anybody know the requirements for entry for all these schools? If you do not, I challenge you all to figure those things out now. There's something called an SAT and an ACT and a GPA requirement. Please look into these things now so you know what you're up against. That's what I got for you. Head, toes. You gotta be a little faster. Head, toes, knees, head, toes, shoulders, toes, head, knees, head, toes, shoulders, head, knees, toes, head, shoulders, toes, head, shoulders. Go.
Your future is something that's big. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you may think about a lot right now, but I saw a lot of hands go up when it came to going to college. I heard some different schools. I heard Maryland, I heard LSU, I heard Harvard. I heard a lot of these places, and it's important to understand now, what do you need to do, or what are you going to need to do in order to get to those places that you want to go? And even when I saw the NBA, professional athletes, a lot of people said, I want to go to the NBA, or NBA, NFL, big dreams. I got a lot of friends that are in the NBA and NFL. Listen, they did what they had to do, and it wasn't easy. And so one of the things is they always knew what they had to do, and so they kind of stepped aside, didn't party, didn't do some of those things. So when it comes to living out your dreams, I want to ask the moderator, the panel, what's one of the things that you wish you would have known when it came to high school, when you were at, when you were in 9th, 10th, 11th grade? What's one of those things you wish you would have known that would have helped you even more in your career, or just kind of helped you in your path along your way?
Growing up, my mom always had me taking pictures. And I was in a journalism class, and I would take photos for that. But I wish I would have actually went to college into photography, but I had to learn it on my own. One thing I will also say, networking. I wish I knew how to network better, but thank God for social media, because with my business now, everyone just finds me online from school. But that's about it.
I say to piggyback off of that, just the power of networking for real, and just taking everything that you do serious. So like every day you wake up, like what are you getting towards? Your dreams, your goals, like whatever you want to accomplish. Like are you moving further or are you away from it? And just choosing your friends wisely as well. Because like I said, what you say yes to and what you say no to is important. So like the people that distract you, get rid of those distractions and just like turn your hustle up and turn your focus up. So that's what I say for real.
Those were all great things that they suggested as well. Like you said, even who you surround yourself with, that's very important because, we all have different, we talked about community, you had different communities. You guys go home to your immediate families. You guys have a school community. If you play sports, you have that athletic community. If you are into journalism or whatever, you have the entertainment community, whatever it is. So, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, positive people who are trying to set goals for themselves to accomplish the things that you all are trying to accomplish together. And again, notice I said together because we all are individuals. We have individual things that we want to accomplish. and you set those goals and make them tangible, you know, and again, you guys hold each other accountable within the community, and that way you all will be successful. And you know, another thing that I will piggyback off, because you know we talked about community, but just also the positive influence. Again, that's why I say like-minded people, because the positive influence within your community. For example, I told you guys, you know, I shied away from my artistic talent in high school because I was a high school jock. I was a football guy. We was cool. You know, that wasn't what the football players and stuff did. And so I shied away from it. But little did I know, that was an internal thing, right? I had this internal image of what it was supposed to be like, because once we did have to, I went to a school, we had to do it for 2 years, it was a requirement. All of our peers, we did it together in the community, like-minded, positive mindsets, and we was kind of like, we don't have to fit into what you call the stereotype of, oh, you know, football players can be entertainers too. They can be dancers too. They can, you know, whatever case may be, when you're versatile and multi-talented. Because you don't know right now, and I'm in with this. You all have said different career choices that you are setting goals to accomplish, right? But we all live in the present moment right now. We don't know what the future holds. Only God does. And you don't know what you're tapping into right now that might lead into something else. Again, I started as a football star, had scholarships, put in the work to become an NFL player, just like some of our counterparts. I was working right there with them. However, God had a different path for me. And along the way, you know, putting my best foot forward, I still found and discovered something else that was still within me and was able to make that happen. But that was supported with the community. So surround yourself with positive people. That's the end to the message.
Just to piggyback off what they said, guys, your friends are very, very important. Your friends will actually help choose your lifestyle. I say that to say the friends that I had, I always thought friends last forever. Oh, I'm going to be loyal to them, ride or die. But after high school, and I actually wanted more for myself, my friends, they were comfortable with their lifestyle. A lot of them went and had kids young. They were struggling a little bit. So they couldn't live how I wanted to live. And I held myself back with photography and doing what I wanted to do because I wanted to make my friends feel comfortable. I did not want them to feel like I was better than them, right? Because some people always say, oh, she thinks she's better because she's doing this and that. But no, I just wanted more for myself. But if you hang around the wrong crowd, they're going to have you doing the wrong things. The kids that I used to skip class with, they bums right now. They out front of the liquor store. They're not doing anything with their lives. They were class clowns. So it's cool that you're funny, but make sure that you're serious when you do it too.
Nah, that's definitely a fact. That's definitely a fact. Just to sum up kind of what they were saying, it's like your network. Like a big thing that's always said in the entrepreneurial community, just, you know, a lot of us hear this, is your network is your net worth, right? Some of your friends, your community, the people you hold down, like the people that hold you down, the people that you hang around right now, is really important. So, prime example, I hear people saying they want to go to the NBA or NFL. Well, if your boy is never in school, so he can't play sports, and you want to hang around him, how you gonna get to college to play? If you can't even make the grades. So it's one of those things where you gotta hang around, find the people that you want to be around. And one thing I challenge everybody in here to do is know where you want to go. I see people talking about their career path, but find somebody that you admire. Find somebody, whether that be an athlete, an actor, you know, an entrepreneur, a business person. It could be somebody in your family. It could be an older brother, cousin, somebody like that. Find somebody that's doing the right thing and look at their lifestyle. And if you can't get to them, ask them what they do. If you can't, look at them watch them on YouTube or follow them and see what they're doing, because I'm telling you, they had to make some sacrifices to get where they are. And there's a lot of folks who want to chill all day, every day, hang around the wrong crowd, and then they end up later mad in life because their name didn't get called in the draft, or they didn't get that job opportunity, or that business idea, they don't even know how to make it happen. They don't have the right resources. And again, I say this all the time. Your network is your network. Looking at the people that are around you,
I'm telling you, in business, I've been able to make phone calls where I'm able to make very, very successful plays happen just because I'm able to make a phone call because I have the right network and I hung around some of the right people. So that's something that is definitely important. Find somebody that you admire and that you see, and if you can talk to them, say, hey, how did you do you mind if I ask, how'd you do what you do? If you see somebody running a hair salon, if you see somebody that's got their own auto bit, whatever it is, if you see a teacher, if you see somebody, you're like, yo, I like the way that they inspire people. How are you living the way you live? How are you doing that? What did you have to do? That's very important to ask at your age. And that's one of the next things is like, when you don't, like, with being in high school, sometimes you just, it's taught just to go to class. You know, just to go to class, just to get the grades. And if you think about it like that, there's so much more value as we're talking about your community and who you're around. So I can understand that some things may get tiring at a certain time. My question to you is, if there was ever a moment, and for the panelists, that you felt like giving up? Because I know a lot of...
I was beefing with geometry like Kendrick Lamar and Drake for real. I ain't really like it at all, you know what I'm saying? So like, I would just sit in the back of the classroom. My classmates, they be in the front, they be on the side, whatever. And like, he just talk about 3.14 pi radius squared. And I look at him like, I don't even know what you're talking about for real. Because I don't know nothing about formulas. And I ain't even a fan of pie because I like cake for real. So like, I couldn't relate to it, you know what I mean? So I never really raised my hand like that. My first quarter, I got an E. Second quarter, I got a D. I guess I was doing a little bit better. But then, like you said there and said about my athletes and stuff, like, you know, you got something that's called halftime. So I had to make some adjustments. And then I realized, I started asking for help. And when I started asking for help, I realized that people will take you serious when you take yourself serious. So I started taking myself serious in the class, and then things just started changing around, and I ended up getting a C in the class and passing.
There was a moment within my football career where, because again, I'm not the type of person, I can't really relate with so much, because I'm not the type of person that arrogance. I don't believe in failure. I believe even when things don't go the way they're supposed to, it's not a failure, it's a lesson. It's either a lesson or a blessing. Because everything is meant to happen for a reason. And again, like I was telling y'all about earlier, the football thing, I was all in, set all the goals, was successful, made scholarships, the strides were going well. Even got more scholarships after, this is the story I'm going to tell, when I had a moment of giving up. I got hurt my sophomore year going into my junior year. I had maybe 6 scholarships at the time. And when I got hurt, you know, they pretty much told me if I didn't have surgery on my shoulder, I would have arthritis by the time I was 30, I wouldn't be able to play anymore. I thought about giving up. And, you know, I spoke to some coaches, I had my parents, my family, you know, the community, pointing to give me great advice. But while I was receiving all of those things, you know, some things, you know, they go in one end, out the other. Some things, they resonate with you, they stick. And so, when I thought about giving up and saying like, dang, you know, I'm not going to be able to play football anymore, what am I going to do now? Because this was the goal. I felt like I'm about to fail. I'm going to just, you know, give up, but I don't know what else to do. Again, for me, my mindset was put mind over matter, because somebody told me, put mind over matter, don't give up. You come this far, God never didn't let you down this far. And I don't know what everybody's religion is, it's that third, but whoever you believe or serve him, whatever that is, hasn't let you down this far. You come to this point, so why give up now? So I pushed through, I persevered. Again, I told you I had 6 scholarships prior to the injury. I got the surgery, didn't give up, kept working hard, did the physical therapy and everything I needed to do to recover. And I got 7 scholarships after the surgery. So I say all of that to say, you know, so which was successful. And then that led me into other things, because my mindset was, well, if I didn't have football, and even when I'm done with football, if I make it to the NFL, what is life after football? And it still led me to entertainment, some talents that I knew was inside of me that I shied away from at first. But when my community, my friends, the people that I welcome myself around, I thought would make fun of me, ended up encouraging me, it allowed me to push through, persevere, and move forward. And so now I'm successful within my entertainment career, you know, and I'm grateful for that. So when you have a moment of saying like, hey, I'm about to give up. Remember, put mind over matter, persevere through, and it's somebody up there that's looking out for you, even when you don't believe that they really are.
It's a fact.
I couldn't really relate to my counselors or the teachers, so I just suppressed a lot inside of me, and I was very angry. But I graduated, and I'm glad that I did. After graduating, I went to college, but it just wasn't for me. And I pursued my career in the government. I started working at FEMA, and then I started my photography business in my mom's basement. And that one day, my mom, she told me I was getting too many clients, and she didn't want me shooting in her basement anymore. And then I was upset. I couldn't understand, and I thought she was hating on me. And she was just like, I'm going to be a failure just like my dad. And literally a month after that, I gave her an invitation to the Howard Theater because I had an art exhibit. And so one thing I'm going to tell y'all, don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. A lot of the time, your parents will not understand your vision. You may get to 12th grade and realize you don't want to go to college. You may want to start a trade. A lot of adults will not understand that because they don't see the vision. It's up to you to show them the vision. So a lot of my family members now who do not believe in me, they cut on Oprah's network and they see me on one of Oprah's TV shows as a photographer. And so you just have to make them a believer. And don't give up.
Yeah, and let's be real, everybody in here. Who has had a time where they felt like giving up, throwing the towel in, and quitting? Just raise your hands. Raise your hands, because I mean, teachers included. Like, that's a real thing. Sometimes in life is going to life hard, and it's going to hit you hard, where you may feel like quitting. But one of the main things is everybody in here has a gift that offers value to the world, and the world needs your gift. So one of the things is, everybody has learned something after that time through, you're going to go come around a hard time where you feel like quitting. But once you overcome that challenge, you become stronger. You learn a new thing. You now have a new sense of knowledge or a new sense of wisdom that you can share with somebody else that may be able to help the next person who thought about quitting. So there's going to be times like that you do feel that, but understand that it's brighter on the other side. You're going to be stronger on the other side. And again, surrounding yourself with that right community it is so important. Real quick, I want to ask my man Bartholomew, is there ever a time if you felt like, just like you felt like, man, I'm good off this. I ain't rocking with this no more.
Like the LeBron to go, I'm like, shut up, grandma. And so she hit a 3-point shot with LeBron James. And I look at my grandma and she happy and cheering because she won the game. I'm like, dang.
So, okay, quick. So, quick story. I went to college. I played basketball on a scholarship. I went and got my psychology degree. I had plans of going and, being a therapist, opening up a practice, doing all this stuff. And then life started life, and a couple of things happened. I lost a job. My car got stolen. Some family members got sick, and things turned around. And so I ended up working at a restaurant, being a server. I had to work at the restaurant, and before I was a server, I was a busser and a bar back. Does anybody know what a busser is, a bar back is? Anybody know what that is in a restaurant? The person who comes by, cleans the tables and sweeps the floors and does all that. So I had a college degree, and then after some things messed up, I was around some of the wrong people, and then I ended up, I'm like, man, all of this, and now I'm over here busting the tables, I'm over here doing this. Like, at that point, I'm gonna tell you right now, I felt like, yo, I'm good off this for real. Like, it didn't make any sense. But I had a talk with the owner of the restaurant, and he told me to be happy and be grateful for the things that I do have. He said, look at you. He said, you're young, you can see me, you can talk to me, you can hear, and you can walk. There's a lot of people that aren't able to do that. Those simple things. I can see, I can hear, I can walk, I can talk. A lot of people can't do that. And so it made me be grateful for the little things that I do have. And so when I did that, I amplified those blessings. Just to tell you from there, I started out busting the tables and cleaning the floors. But I ended up owning some of my own clubs and lounges and restaurants. I was offered partnerships to open some of my own places. To this day, my business has brought in over $11 million for the venues, the restaurants, and nightclubs that we work with. And that all started with working in a small space, right? And I say that to say, there are gonna be times that you feel like quitting. But find those little cracks of life, light in your life that you can build upon and be grateful with. And I'll tell you the other thing, having the right people around me at that time really brought me through some tough times. So pay attention to your surrounding and your community and build off of that. So that's what I'm gonna say, continue to be grateful there. But when that comes, how do you all change your mindset? Like when life, and not even just Apple, when life gets tough, what do you do to change your mindset? What are the important things that you need in your life or around your life to change your mindset to go further and overcome obstacles?
For me, it's prayer. I have to talk to God every day, and I have to give gratitude. I'm thankful for my friends, the friends that I have around me to keep motivating me and pushing me. I am motivated. I'm grateful for my mom because she, you know, when she saw my vision, she was able to support me better. My friends, I hang around a lot of comedians. They're hilarious every day, and I feel like hanging around funny people would definitely carry you through hard times.
I'm about to say to piggyback off of that, just God, family, and support system. You know, I'm big on affirmations, so I tell myself I'm dope, I'm a vibe, and I'm amazing, like every single day. Prayer and just realizing that you probably gonna have to be that example. Like it may not be positive people around you, but you may have to be that person. You may have to be the one. So just embracing that discipline every single day. People gonna ask you what, people gonna ask you how, people gonna ask you when, but as long as you know your why, you're good. So just hold on to your why and just keep pushing.
Prayer is great. Discipline and accountability. Those are some things that, you know, help me stay in a positive mindset when, you know, I'm feeling those different ways. The way that I persevere through, and I stay disciplined to what the goals or the success that I want to see. Again, I told you all, I come from a mindset of failure is not an option, no matter what I do, in all areas of my life. So whether that's, you know, school, whether that's my extracurriculum, whether that's my relationship with God, whether that's my relationship with my family, my friends, you know, my community, whatever I do, it's coming from right here inside, and at the end of the day, I can't fail. So, you know, I stay disciplined, hold myself accountable, and again, I trust in God.
Back when I was in school, we had like warm-ups, but I feel like teenagers need warm-ups every morning just to express how they're feeling. Because sometimes a lot of you guys are actually going through things, and you need to write it out. Y'all may not want to, but it's helpful. It's really helpful. Because a lot of you guys are holding a lot of anger. You don't have nobody to talk to, so why not write it down? Nobody else can see it, but you're just getting it out.
You gotta get your thoughts out of your head. You gotta put a pen to paper. Just you and that pen to paper, you and God, write them thoughts out for sure. One thing we did want to talk about here that's very important is, and it's something that's, you know, impacting our community a lot, and what that is gun violence, right? As we talk about quitting, as we talk about life getting hard, you know, we got to be real in saying that, like, you know, gun violence is something that is, you know, negatively impacting our community. And it's one of those things that, like, you know, it will mess with your mental, it will mess with your head, it messes with how you move. You see things happening, you hear about things happening, things may happen to a loved one, like a lot of things. And so, what I wanted to ask the panel is, like, you know, is there anybody that's been kind of either affected by that, had a family member affected by that? And, you know, what are ways that you know, first of all, has anyone been affected by that, and how has it impacted your life?
He could have avoided the situation, long story short, but also, Neil, he was a really good friend of mine, and I was also one of his photographers. And the crazy thing about being here at Fairmont, the last time we were here, I told him I wanted to talk as a panelist, and he said we got a lot of work to do, and we're gonna be know, he'll let me on stage. But the fact that we're here today and he's not here, you know, it was kind of hard for me to get up here today, but I know he's around and just watching us, over us.
For sure. Vice versa, like when I watch the news, I just see a lot like youngins dying of gun violence. So like with my brand and my platform, like pushing like positive things, it's kind of hard because you know you see a lot of negative things in the news. So like for the gun violence, I don't know what's going on, where kids are getting guns from, or where people are getting guns from. But taking someone's life is not it. That's wrong for real. So like for me, it's hard, but you know I gotta keep pushing, and I just feel like putting more positive things out there will negate all the negativity. So.
Have any of you guys, by a show of hands, hey, let me, I see some people on their phone, some people looking down, some people telling their friends about their Valentine's gifts today and everything, and that's cool. But again, we want to make sure that everybody is paying attention, that the message is being heard no matter what, because you never know when something is going to be beneficial in your life. And everybody up here has something valuable to say. And, you know, I want to ask the question to you all before I answer myself. Have you all been impacted by gun violence in any way, shape, or form? Somebody that you know, or whatever the case may be, that was close to you that you lost to gun violence? Or you know a friend or somebody that lost somebody to gun violence, whatever. Raise your hand. Raise it a little higher. Have you lost anyone to gun violence? Raise your hand. Okay. Do any of your friends or family members, have you lost them to jail time? Right? So and if, especially if it's a lifetime thing, you know, or depending on the age and the sentence, you can put your hands down. Everybody. It's still, again, death. Because if they get 25 to life or whatever case, that's death. And their life is over. Their life is in an institution, right? So my point is that rather it's gun violence or rather it's, you know, somebody leading to in jail and got some time, whatever case be, the impact is always what? Negative. You see how quiet it got in the room when I said that? Because it's real. It's always negative. It ain't never been nothing positive about gun violence. It ain't never been nothing positive about going to jail. Never. And I've been impacted by that plenty of times. And I'm going to take this moment because I can go down a list. Starting when I was 8 years old with my uncle being murdered, shot 6 times in his chest. My second father, somebody that I grew up with every single day. Over and we can always say, you know, what the simplest or stupidest or dumbest of things are, you know, but what's big to somebody else may not be big to you, right? And so somebody, you know, thought it was okay to take my uncle's life because of whatever was important to them. But his life wasn't important. Be lost to gun violence at the end of the day. And guess what? We spoke a lot about community. We spoke a lot about who you surround yourself with. Best friend. His best friend. 6 times in the chest. That's what started my gun violence experience at 8 years old. Still dealing with it to this day. With Cornelius Neal McDonald. So I'm going to take y'all on the timeline. I'm 31 years old. From 8 to 31, I've experienced it. So I say all that to say, and I'm going to use those 2 examples because, again, it's a timeline. I gave y'all that timeline, but it's way more people that I've lost personally or through a friend and their impact and how it impacted them. And because I'm a community person, that impact that it gave Marcus, it gave to me. And it's never positive. And it never feels good. So how do we stop it? How do we prevent it? Right? I did a proclamation to keep guns off college campuses when I was at Clark Atlanta University in 2013, serving as Mr. Clark Atlanta University. I got over 2,553 signatures to stop guns being put on college campuses because of the impact that gun violence had had on me since I was 8. It was that important to me, and it still is to this day. That's why I'm here right now to this day. And you know, a lot of us got the mindset, they're like, I need a gun to protect myself. It's too much craziness going on. Like he said, it puts you in a mental, you don't know, you're watching what's going on, you're looking over your shoulders all the time, you're nervous. Right? You hear about guns at churches. You hear about guns at school. You hear about guns out there in the street. You hear about guns at restaurants. Where am I safe? So, you're always, going to be impacted. And it's never going to be a positive impact. So the only way that we can make a positive impact is by helping to prevent it, helping to stop it. And to answer the question that I just gave, even, with thinking about protecting yourself and keeping stuff on you, whatever the case may be, I would suggest to you all, surround yourself with your friends. Get clicked up. Be in groups. Somebody gonna think twice, before they take your life with you guys.
I think part of why we're doing this is like, we sitting up here, I'm watching my brother Neil on the screen. This man, the whole reason why we're sitting up here, everybody's in this auditorium, is because I grew up with this dude, and he's somebody who really cared about it and really wanted to make an impact and speak to the youth. And a lot of things that we can take away from today are, what's your community? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Not just the people you're surrounding yourself with, but even the music you listen to, and like how we're influenced by the media and some of the artists and kind of what goes into that. We're seeing things happening with violence that shouldn't be happening, and have those conversations with your friends. Don't be afraid to ask why.
Today, my name is Victor Valente. I am the new CEO, Executive Director of Stay Solid Youth Mental Health. Quick backstory. We were here last year in October for a summit in the Black Box for the freshman class. We were here with this gentleman right here, Mr. Neil McDonald, who lost his life to gun violence in November. So in spirit of that, my job was to keep the force going forward, keep the tour popping. I spoke to Mrs. White, and she said, bring it back, so here we are. Today's goal is not to make this boring, a bunch of garbage conversation. I promise you it's not. I brought people who are actually somebody in real life. These are all my friends, folks who, like myself, have a story, have a past, but have overcome that. My story is very, very simple. I am a small town Dominican kid from Northwest Uptown DC. 5th and Kennedy, raised in probably really bad conditions. Dark-skinned father, fair-skinned mother. So being teased because I spoke Spanish as a brown kid in the hood wasn't always like, you know, the good thing to do. School for me was never ever favorited for me per se. I did not like school. Middle school was great. High school, Potomac High School for me was also pretty cool. Favorite subject was lunch, PE, because my friends were there. We got to party, talk, listen to music, rap, Joan, all out on each other, and that was it. I want to say maybe about, I turned 16 years old, and my mother said, all right, what you about to do, son? Because you can't stay here forever. You got to figure something out because you really can't do what you're doing. You in the street, outside the streets, you're going to get hurt. So I ended up, you know, still doing bad stuff, skipping school. Grades wasn't always 3.0, 3.5. It was I. It was like a 2.4 sophomore year. I think my GPA 11th grade year was like a 2.7. And then I applied for Howard University. I was denied the first time. They said my grades was horrible. All right, we're gonna try again. Took the SAT grade, the score wasn't as good. All right, we're gonna try again. Took the ACT, that score was still bad. So I applied for Howard again, second time. Denied. They said my essay was weak. Pretty much said I can't write. All right, talked to my 11th grade counselor. We're gonna figure it out. I applied for Howard a third time. They still said no. I applied for Bowie, Morgan, North Carolina A&T, 4 other schools. Everybody said yes, but Howard said no. I applied for Howard a 4th time. Howard finally said yes, with conditions. Come over the summertime, do some courses, bring your grades up, we'll see where it goes. Long story short, just from a small little Dominican kid from the hood who got my act together fast. Howard University, degree in marketing. I left Howard, moved to New York City, went to college again to Pratt Institute for a second degree in design of communications. I there worked at tons of great jobs in my opinion. Record label here, record label there. Moved to LA shortly after my stint in New York, did the exact same thing. I say all that to say it is not where you start, it's actually where you finish. Sometimes it is greater later. Please don't think because, you know, things may not look promising today, that's going to end that way. I'm a testament that it ends great. My life is beautiful. I own a nonprofit, State Solid Youth Mental Health. We do this for a living. We travel and talk to their dream job / career. Raise your hands. Dream job / career. Raise them high, I want to see you. All right, put them down. Put them down. Out of those who did raise your hands, whose job wants to be an entrepreneur? Raise your hands. 1, 2. Can I ask what that goal will be? Concept artist? What does that look like? Have you looked to colleges yet? I want the Pratt. You're a Pratt cat. Lit. You'll like Pratt. Brooklyn campus, not Bronx. The Bronx is, it's rough. It's rough. In the room, who wants to be an athlete? Let's say basketball players. Right here. Do you know what the basketball stats are for NBA players? Because I do. I'm going to tell you right now. No, I'm going to tell you. Watch this. In high school, as of 2024, there are 554,000 high school basketball players. Only 1,500 are in the NBA. That's 0.03, which means you have to be exceptional in everything you do going forward to get from high school into a good college team, the combine to the NBA. My man, I love you for that. Who aspires to be in the beauty industry? Hair, makeup. Okay, listen, watch this. As of this year, the hair industry makes $54 billion a year. $54 billion a year. I told the freshman girl to give you a story real quick. Listen, watch this. My cousin Jasmine, she's from Baltimore. She went to college and got her degree in dental, right? Stacked her money up. She has her own little hair brand, right? So all her clients, she makes you buy her hair that she got crafted from some Peruvian company as $800 for bundles, right? Right, you ready? She charges $500 for a deposit. She then is going to charge you an extra $300 to finish her hair. That's $1,800 per client, and she's doing 8 clients per day, 6 days a week. Do the math. Money. One last thing. To those who are undecided about, quick thing. Who's going to college? Raise your hands. All right, hands down. Where you going? Shout them out. Where you going? Shout them out. Where you going? Keep going. Shout them out. This side. What happened? Where you going? Somebody said Morgan. North Carolina, A&T, where else? Where? You said Duke, you said Bowie? Hampton? Yale? That's lit. Yale's lit. Okay, watch this. Do anybody in this room know what it takes to get into these schools? I need you all to research this for your own goals and dreams. It is very important that you know what the requirements are, what the prerequisites are, the required GPA, the ACT score, the SAT score, the essay, all that stuff matters. Howard told me no 3 times. The 4th time they told me yes, and I was pressed. But 3 times they told me no, because I did not know what I was doing.
Cross, also in this movie called The First Lady of BMF, A Rich Christmas, and that's all available on Amazon Prime, Stars, BET Plus, a bunch of different things. So that's just a little bit about me. I definitely want to get to know a little bit about you all as well. I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of the panelists go ahead and introduce themselves as well. Then we'll get into some of the nature of what we're here for today. All right.
What's up, y'all? My name is Jay Flo, Jason Borsico. I'm a community youth advocate here in PG County. So, like I said, I have my own brand called Grind Hard, Dream Big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Where we empower our youth through positive words and positive actions. So, like I said, team program and things like that. Just being who I needed when I was younger, but most importantly, being who God called me to be. And I'm looking forward to kicking it with y'all today.
Hey, my name is Lachelle. I'm a professional photographer. I do it full time. And I've been doing photography full time now for 2 years, but I've been doing it for 11. I started off working government jobs. I went to school. I didn't finish college. It just wasn't for me. But I do photography. Let me hurry up. I've shot for Nino, Pay, Young Manny, all the rappers we mentioned before. I've been on Oprah's network. Any of y'all know Oprah Winfrey? Right, I've been on there. But I just feel like a lot of people should do photography. I'm gonna tell y'all why, but it's easy to get to artists, and it's a lot of money, y'all. So
I'm here. I'm in 10th grade. I want to be successful in the future.
Oh, let's get some respect to Aaron. Hold up. And then Aaron, let me just ask you, really quick, what is one of your goals for your future? One of your goals. It can be in any area.
What advice would you give to students? My advice, basically, I would say, just know what your why is. Like, I feel like sometimes it's easy to give up because you don't know what your motivation could be. So, whether it be your family, you know, your support system, or whoever you look up to, just knowing that that person is with you at all times. So for myself, it's God, it's family, it's my support system. And a lot of people can ask you what, where, when, and how, but as long as you know your why, you good. For me personally, like I said, this is a surreal moment because I never thought about doing anything like this. I was hard-headed coming up. I didn't really like to listen. I was that type of kid that just moved around a lot. I hated math. I was beefing with math like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, for real. My grades weren't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I would say probably like a 2.7 student in high school in a sense. I love to read, I love to write, and all those things. But now it was just more so a full circle moment in helping community and being who I needed when I was younger, and realizing like now creating that safe space and being a leader, because it's easy to follow when everybody else is doing the same thing. So I had to really pivot and choose my friends wisely, take life serious, take classes serious, and it all was on the ups for me after that. So that's what I would say, never give up and just keep going, because you're motivating the next person, whether you know it or not. They don't want us.
That's good.
I would say definitely don't give up in school, you guys. I know school can be very hard. You don't want to be here. You may feel like it's boring. You just want to spend time with your friends in the hallway. But don't do that. Me growing up, I lived in a very toxic household, so coming to school was kind of like my outlet, because I could just be around my friends and I just wasn't in the house. And that's, a lot of kids actually go through that. So a lot of kids that you see as a problem child is because they have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes what they don't show you when you're 9 to 5 here at school. But just don't give up. And for me, going into photography, my mother, she told me I was going to be nothing but failure, just like my dad. She didn't see the vision that I had. I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, but she didn't see it. She wanted me to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. That next month, I gave her an invitation to the Howard Theater to come to my art exhibit. I had to show her, like, listen, you're not about to play with me. I have a vision, and I got to show you. And that's all I've been doing ever since. And just don't have the wrong type of people around you. You may change your mind. What grade are y'all in? Okay. By the time you get to 12th grade, you may have an idea of what you want to do. By the time you're in 12th grade, you may have a whole different vision. And the people that's around you on a day-to-day basis, they may not see that for you, and they may tell you that that's not going to happen, that may not work out. But it can, because I'm definitely a living proof of it.
You want it front and center? Let's go front and center. Come on. Pop it up or pop it up. She wanted front and center. I'm going to get her front and center. Let me also have you. Let's go. Let me also have, young lady, you. Red headphones, you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We got a time crunch. We gotta go, baby. Come on. Come on stage. And I want you. Mr. Talker, let's go. It's not true. It says funny, but you have to be up here with us though, right? But you up here, but still. That's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. You up here. Come on, man. Come on, brother, let's go. Okay, we are going to play a quick game of Flip Cup. I will give you the instructions. Just wait. Just wait on it. Ladies, young lady, you stand here. Young lady, you stand here. Face each other.
Gentlemen, to the side. I appreciate it. This game is very simple. There is one cup. I will yell out every possible command. Your job is to grab the cup when I yell cup. If I don't say cup, do not touch the cup. Got it? Let's do a quick test round to get you warmed up. Head, shoulders, toes, head, shoulders, toes, knees, head, cup. Too slow. Put the cup back down. Let's do one more test round. Take them headphones off, man. Get comfortable, let's go. Get comfortable, man, let's go. Get ready. This is your last test round. After this is game on. You ready? I want you to test. Toes, knees, head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, knees, toes, cup. Now, this round is for the Cash App. This round is live and for the Cash App. So you really need to act like you know and get ready. I know you want, it's Friday, it's Valentine's Day. I know you want some money. I know you do. Y'all ready? It's the money round. You ready? You ready? First of all, I'm sorry, what's your names? Nadia, what's your name, baby? I'm sorry? Nevaeh, let's do it. You ready? Toes, knees, toes, head, toes, shoulders, knees, head. What are y'all doing? What are we doing? Toes, knees, head, shoulders, toes, head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, head, cup. And we have our first winner. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up. Baby, stand to the side. Young lady, get them cup. Gentlemen, let's do it. You about to get 2 test rounds. Actually, nah, you'll get 1 test round. You know what you gotta do. 1 test round and it's game on for that Cash App. Shoulders. Take them headphones off, man. Get comfortable. What you doing? You don't want that money. Slide to the left. Shoulders, head, toes, shoulders, head, knees, toes, head, cup. All right, that was your 1 test round. Now we are live. Shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, head, knees, toes, head, shoulders. Come on, bruh. Know your anatomy, bruh. What you doing? Knees, toes, head, head, shoulders, knees, cup. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Final round, let's do it. For the money, for the Cash App. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oye, que le doy mi mamá.
Final round, final round. There is no test. Young man, back up some. Both of y'all back up some. Come a little forward. Stop. All right. For the cash out. For the cash out. Head, knees, toes, shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, toes, head, shoulders, knees, head, shoulders, head, toes, cup. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like you never ever stop? Can you bring it to the top? One high. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Chop, chop, real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. All do it. We might all do it. Get with it. Hold up. I like that. Keep it up. So we got 3. Here we go. Let's get this DJ. All right. Scream. Let's make some noise. Make some noise if you think she won. Okay. We got some good crowd support. Make some noise if you think she won. Okay. Take a step forward, Miss Lady. For right now. Raise your hand if you think make some noise if you think she won. Oh no, y'all, that's about even, y'all two. Alright, Miss Lady, we appreciate you. You go take your way right there and just go grab one of those cups. You still win something. Just go grab one of the cups on the stage and you can make your way back to your seat. Okay? And then you two, let me do it one last and final time. Make some noise. Okay, and then make some noise. Looks like we have ourselves a winner. What's your name? Kamari. Everybody get up for Kamari. You grab your t-shirt and then I'll get you a cash out later. Direct. All right, guys. So let's get back to the scheduled program. So we had us a great time just now, just to get a little active, get a little interactive, get you guys on board. But again, we're here to motivate you for a positive future. We already asked one of the questions about giving up and stuff like that, right? And the reason that was one of the opening questions was because we know a lot of students. You got to go to school. You're required to go to school. But some people say, "Oh, school isn't for me." So, school ain't for everybody. Whatever case may be, but you have to, go through your school in order to make it in your future, right? And that's why we asked about certain goals and this, that, and third, or whatever the case may be. So, with that being said, how many people, raise your hand if you feel like right now that school isn't for you? Let me just get a show of hands. Okay, great. So we got a lot of people who love to be in school. Good. I heard some people go to colleges like Morgan and A&T and this, that, and third, or whatever. So what I'm going to do is ask some of the panel, so we got some people who love to be in school, so that's actually great. What is something that you wish that you had known when you were in school in the 10th grade at this time that you think will help you be successful in the future? What's something you wish you had known? And so I'll start out, right? Something that I wish I knew during that time, or wish somebody would have told me, was to always be unapologetically myself. I used to be a football. I told you guys I'm an actor, I'm an entertainer, this, that, and third, or whatever. However, when I was in high school, the goal at that time was to become an NFL player, and I was a football jock, and there's certain stereotypes that go along with school. The football player or the athletes, they're jocks. You got a certain group of smart people. You might got the cheerleaders or whatever. People, have different stereotypes and stuff like that. And so at the school that I went to, I thought that, okay, because I was a football player, I had to live up to this jock mentality and stuff like that.
something that I knew deep down was inside, which was my entertainment skills. Most of the corny people did, or at least what I viewed as corny people, was doing that, and so I shied away from it in high school, whatever the case be. And had I known, if somebody told me, like, don't sit there and go with the stereotypes or go with everybody else, like, always be yourself unapologetically. I wish I had known that. And so, in a nutshell, I did eventually get that in a different way. I didn't know that was the lesson at the time, but I did get it. And when we had to do 2 years of entertainment fine arts before we graduated from the high school I went to. And so I did those two things, and you never know, and I'm gonna wrap this up and let the rest of the panel get it. You never know what the trajectory of your career, like where you could go. I shied away from entertainment because I was a football player, but once I ended up doing the 2 years of fine arts and we had to get to the acting program and dancing program and stuff like that, I thought that my peers wouldn't accept it, but they actually did. They actually encouraged it and validated the skill sets that I had and stuff like that. So it made me openly become unapologetically myself. And being in an environment away from home, you got different environments that create positive influences on you. And so to be in that environment where we were doing education, we were able to do athletics, and we was able to do stuff like your extracurricular hobbies that you might think are, corny.
Some people gonna like what you do, some people ain't gonna like what you do, and some people ain't gonna like what you say. So you just have to be yourself. And like I said, for me, I was really social, but what I realized also was that what you say yes to and what you say no to is gonna cost you time. So taking yourself serious, your academics serious, the people that you hang around serious, that's very, very important. So the power of networking and building your circle, a positive circle like that, I say definitely my song.
I wish I did was the friend group that I had. I thought we were gonna be friends forever, high school friends to the end. But when you graduate high school, you all are gonna have different goals and a different life path. So a lot of your friends are gonna look at you like, why are you changing? But you're not really changing, you're just growing, you're progressing. So I would definitely say, make sure you are hanging around the right type of people. Don't hang around kids that don't want nothing for themselves. Don't skip class like I did, because the people that I skipped class with, I went to all 3 lunches, I was greedy, I took everybody pizza. But the people that were really like in the back smoking weed, just doing the bad stuff, everybody in this room that y'all know today, it's gonna be the same people that you're gonna know once you graduate. So definitely maintain good relationships with people, because the people that I went to high school with, they're now my clients, giving me money. So it's really good to have a good personality. Word of mouth is everything. So if you're a bad person talking trash about people every day, nobody's gonna refer anyone to you. So definitely try to build a good rapport with you.
It was supposed to be 950 of us to graduate, but only 550 did. So if you do the math, that's 400 people that didn't graduate, all because they made bad decisions, either getting into fights, dropping out of school, girls getting pregnant, things like that. But what I'm saying is, like, your decisions and what you make now, take school and take life serious now. Because like you said, at the end of the day, like, the people that you hang around is very, very important. Life is a television. What channels are you watching? The positive ones or the negative ones? So my advice to everybody in this room, make sure that you...
So y'all need to start looking into the IT career path now, because they make a lot of money. Also, I noticed no one in this room raised their hands to be an entrepreneur. Y'all generation definitely need to start looking up jobs that you can do for yourself, because who knows how the 95 is about to go as y'all progress. So definitely start thinking about stuff that you can do for yourself, different job careers, lash tax, they make a lot of money. I see a lot of people online joking about lash tax, but they can pay their rent with what they're doing. Hairstylist, IT, you could be a videographer. Like I said before, that's the quickest way to get next to artists and any celebrity.
Surround yourself with like-minded people, positive people. I know I've learned in the entrepreneurship world, in the business world, that your network is your net worth, right? Your network is your net worth. So the people that you are in school with right now, that you're rubbing elbows with right now, that you're making these connections with, that you are building and growing and developing with, those are going to be the people who help you along the way, who help you succeed. In a nutshell, guys, surround yourself with like-minded and positive people. I know when I was your age as a sophomore, I surrounded myself with positive people, right? And I remember there was a moment where, again, I do like school, I did like school, but sophomore year was one of my challenging years of school. And it was the first time, my requirement was to have a 3.0, but it was the first time that I fell short of that goal. I had like a 2.97. And my best friend at the time had a 3.97. A whole grade point average higher. And so, in a nutshell, I was challenged to pretty much, say like, hey, how are you hanging around this person who's being successful in school and you are not meeting that same standard or same criteria? Is he better than you? Whatever the case may be. And it was a motivating, positive thing to make me realize and tap into what I knew was inside. And so it ignited me to make me be like, all right, I'm gonna go a little bit harder. And so the next couple of some solid foundation, and my brother Cornelius Neal McDonald, he was very big in the community, giving back, and a big activist. Spoke a lot on mental health and again motivating our youth so that we create positive futures for ourselves, right? And so each and every one of us have had different paths that we've taken to get us toward our success. And so one of the questions that I want to ask each and everybody, before I get into the question, has anybody, because we've lost our brother to gun violence, right? And I'm getting ready to change the
Hey, also, society, can we really lock in, y'all? Like, this is something serious, for real. Can we really lock in?
Y'all only got like
Please pay attention, for real.
So, we lost him to gun violence, and that was one of the things that he was advocating for. I want to get by a show of hands, who has experienced gun violence within their life, rather it's through a friend, a family member, or something like that, and what type of effect did it have on you? A positive or negative effect? Let me just yell it out loud.
Negative.
Negative. Because it's always negative. It's never actually a positive outcome to gun violence, right? And so the question I would like to ask the panelists, can you share a personal experience with gun violence and how it shaped your views on school safety and life choices? I'm gonna repeat the question. Can you share your personal experience with gun violence and how it shaped your views on school safety and life choices?
So my first interaction with gun violence was my brother. He shot somebody. He was away for a very long time. And I don't think people understand. It sounds cool to rap about guns, but when you actually take somebody's life, you are gone for the rest of your life. And you're not thinking about the family and friends that you're leaving behind, especially young men who have children and they think they can go rap about it. You're not coming home to rap about it. These rappers that y'all admire, they're not really getting money like that. They are not really living that lifestyle. It's the industry, they gotta rap that stuff for y'all to listen to so that you can go and do it. Another incident that I've encountered was one of my sister's friends. He accidentally killed an 8-year-old. He was mad because the 8-year-old's older brother shot at his brother, and so he wanted to go back and retaliate. He went back to their apartment. He shot up the window, not the person that he was supposed to shoot. I'm not advocating murdering at all, but he shot through a window, and the little boy was 8 years old playing Roblox on his couch, minding his business, and he's dead now. He cannot be here anymore. He can't live his life. He can't be here in high school with you guys because he's dead. And that's what I want y'all to understand. It takes 2 seconds. You can either be dead or you could be in jail. But either way, your family will no longer have you on this earth. So definitely think about it and think about the friends that you hang with. You get in their cars with people who don't have a driver's license. They're drunk. If you get in a car with a drunk driver and y'all accidentally kill somebody, everybody in that car is going to jail for murder. You didn't even have to be drunk, but you allowed that person in that car to drink. Another thing about with guns, like I said before, a lot of kids come to school for an outlet. Y'all don't have a way to express yourselves. Can I get a raise? Do you guys have somebody in this school that you could talk to like an adult? Do you feel comfortable enough, everybody? I didn't see your hands raised, so. You said it, so I still didn't see hands raised.
Darn. So, what can the adults and the teachers here do to keep y'all engaged? Stand up. Stand up. Shout it out. Let's say it.
I feel like that sometimes, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. I don't understand in the morning, like.
No, let her go. Let her go. Say it. Let her go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, I feel like that sometimes
However, I asked you a question. What was your reaction?
My reaction was very respectful, actually.
Okay, okay. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Very respectful. I just told them that I was in. Yeah, I just feel like that sometimes they need to like see stuff so bad.
Understood.
And actually get to like understand what's going on.
Understood. Let me ask somebody else.
Sure, diploma, GD, whatever, but finish school. Do not finish it. Your teachers, they're only one person compared to everybody in this room. So yes, sometimes they can be overworked and overwhelmed because they're still dealing with their own personal life too. So if you can, if it's a teacher that you actually like, go talk to them. Make yourself known to that teacher. But just definitely don't give up and stay in school.
I definitely say like people that take you serious when you take yourself serious. So like each and every single day, make sure that you're doing your best, not nobody else's, and build those relationships with your teachers, your community, the people around you, because you never know what you're gonna need. And always add value. Multiply your effort, subtract your pride and your ego, and that's how you can be successful. That's what I told myself. I don't even like math, but that's my equation that I tell myself each and every single day, and that you're dope, you're a vibe, and you're amazing. And this right here is powerful, and this is needed, so keep going and don't quit.
Okay. And my last piece of advice before we all go, I'm gonna leave with some quotes that at the time when I was sitting in y'all seats and I heard the quotes from other people who were successful in their careers, I was kind of like, oh, okay, why are they telling us these cliche things that we hear all the time? But later on in life, it hit different, and I was able to utilize those quotes to be successful in my life. So one of the quotes is, speaking of success, it's a formula. It's called preparation plus opportunity equals success. And let me elaborate on that for a little bit. And I'm gonna just use my sister's example that she just gave. The opportunity is for you to, if you're looking to get into photography, and she works with celebrity artists and makes a lot of money. The opportunity is that she's looking for a new high school student coming, just graduated, or whatever case be, got the diploma, whatever. She's looking for a new student to hire as an intern. That internship will turn into an apprenticeship, whatever case be, at her company, right? That's the opportunity. Then the preparation is, again, like she said, knowing that you can show up on time, knowing that you're accountable, knowing that you're disciplined, knowing that you're going to get the job done, and that you work smart and hard. So with that being said, that's the preparation, so that you're prepared when that opportunity comes, and then you seize it and become successful. Preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Again, we want to thank y'all for spending your afternoon with us. I want y'all to have an amazing weekend. Be great, be kind to each other. Please do not make any bad decisions. Pretty please. DJ Les, give me something good.